Hey, perfect English students. Welcome to English online lessons with Knowledge World Academy. I am your perfect two times tech Hubert CJ, and in this video, we are going to look at a very interesting topic, which is comprehension. So, comprehension is very important as it carries 20 marks in your paper 2 examination. So, you have to pay particular attention to this topic because you need to understand it. Imagine missing 20 marks in the exam. So what is comprehension itself? Because we can't be answering something that we do not know. We have to know what comprehension is. So comprehension comes from the word comprehend, which means to understand. So English is a language. And when you are learning English, the examiners are expecting you to know this language because it is a medium of communication. It is recognized internationally. So the examiners will be trying to see how far you have gone with the English. How far have you known the English language? So they'll bring a context or a passage. Then from that passage, they will ask you some questions that you will be required to answer based on the same passage. So imagine answers will be in the passage. But since you are now grade 12s or GCEs, things won't be simple as they were in grade 9. Questions may be twisted. In fact, let me say questions will be twisted. So you have to be very much careful and strategic as you are answering comprehension questions. Don't worry, I'll take you through the procedure of answering comprehension. It is very simple and straightforward. So how do we answer comprehension? How do we answer comprehension? Do we just read the passage and start answering the questions? Or we just start reading the questions before reading the passage? Which one do we start with? So let me give you 3 simple steps that you need to take as you are answering comprehension in the exam. Just 3 steps. So the first step is to skim through the passage. Skimming is more like reading, but not reading with understanding. You just read without paying attention to what you are reading, just to know what the passage is about. So you're going to start with the heading, the title for the same context, then you read through the paragraphs just to have an idea of what the passage is about. That is skimming, the first step. You check or you read through the passage quickly just to have an idea. Oh, is this passage about science? Is this passage about politics? Just like that. So you have to skim. The second step now is to read the passage with understanding. So you don't just read the passage, but read the passage with understanding this time now. So you have to start with the title, the heading. This will help you to know what you are reading about, what the passage is all about. You read the passage, the title. Of course, you have to start with the title. You understand it? Okay, this is talking about climate. Okay, this is talking about early marriages. This is talking about science. Then you go into the passage. You read the passage with understanding. You can read 2 to 3 times depending on how fast you are to understand concepts. But I recommend 2 times because in the exam, you're not going to have that enough time of reading the passage 3 times. You have a lot of things to do. So at least 2 times. 2 times. So step 3, this is where you now come to answer the questions. You start answering the questions. So always refer to the related paragraph as you are answering these questions. So what do I mean by related paragraph? The examiners decided to make things simple for you by doing what? When they ask you a question there, they will give you the paragraph from which they have taken that particular question, so that it will be very easy for you to find the answer. So if they say, according to paragraph 2, what is the meaning of this and this? Even if you are saying something that looks like a correct answer in paragraph 3, please do not go for it. The examiner has said the answer is in paragraph 2. So follow the instructions. If they tell you to say the answer is in paragraph 2, scan the whole paragraph 2 until you find the answer. So comprehension is very simple. You simply understand the context or the passage, and then you answer questions based on what you have understood. That's how it is. So let me give you a simple example here so that you have an idea of what comprehension is all about. This is just part of the passage. So we had paragraph 1, paragraph 2. Now I've just taken paragraph 3. I've extracted paragraph 3. It's more like an extraction from the main passage, just to show you how questions come on comprehension. So example, the effect of climate on the distribution of plants and animals. The effects of climate on the distribution of plants and animals. So that's the title. Okay, so this passage is talking about climate and the distribution of plants and animals. Then you start reading the passage. Of course, I said you have to skim. You have to skim, but this is a vid. So you skim, you read through fast, quickly. Then secondly, you start reading the passage with understanding. So since this is just a video, I'll read one time. As I have said earlier, it was the whole passage, then this is just an extraction. So in the desert too, both flora and fauna are limited. The only plants found there are those which can store water and withstand the extreme of heat and cold. Similarly, the animals and insects that can survive in the desert are those which have learned to adapt to harsh weather conditions such as lack of water, scarcity of food, and extremes of temperature. Have you seen the paragraph here? So this is paragraph, just an extraction from the main passage. Now let us look at the questions. Paragraph 3. Have you seen that? Paragraph 3. This means that the answer to this question is in paragraph 3. The only plants found there, so this is more like a quotation. This is more like a quotation from the passage. They have taken a statement from the passage saying the only plants found there. So the word there refers to, so the word there as it has been used in the paragraph is referring to what here? That's what they want to know. So when answering the question, you get back to the passage again. So get back to the passage. In the desert too, both flora and fauna, that's flora, both flora and fauna are limited. So this is the statement that they have extracted from the paragraph. The only plants found there are those which can store water and withstand the extreme of heat and cold. So they have extracted part of this statement. The only plants found there. So there here is referring to what? Of course, there refers to a place. Now, which place? So the only plants found there, the statement continues. The word there refers to A, forest, B, flora and fauna, C, desert, D, tropical area. So what is our correct answer here? What is our correct answer? So when answering questions, do not just go straight to the statement that they have extracted. Try to see what is coming before and after that statement. So we'll start afresh reading paragraph 3. In the desert too, both flora and fauna are limited. The only plants found there. So this there is talking about what? The desert. So the correct answer here is C, desert. Desert. This is question 6. Now here you assume we've had questions from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then question 6 is about vocabulary. So on this part, they'll give you either words, then you find the meanings from the passage, or they'll give you meanings. This one is the most common. They give you meanings of the words, then they'll tell you to find the words from the passage which are corresponding to the meanings that they have given you here. For example, we have words which have been underlined in the passage, but here I didn't underline. I was writing them in capital letters. So we have withstand and scarcity. If it's in the passage, these words would be underlined. So now check. Choose the words from the passage which means the following. Shortage of something. So you find a word from the passage which means shortage of something. B. Remain undamaged. That's undamaged or unaffected. Remain undamaged or unaffected. Which word in the passage, which underlined word actually in the passage means the same as remain undamaged or unaffected? So usually they will indicate here to say shortage of something. This word is in paragraph 1. This word is in paragraph 2. They will indicate here. So you have to go to that paragraph and search for the word. So shortage of something. Which underlined word here do you think can mean shortage of something? So we only have two words here, scarcity and withstand. So shortage of something. Look at this. Scarcity of food. Scarcity of food. So when you are answering these questions, look at what is coming before and after a word. This will actually help you to know the meaning of that certain word. You have to see how it has been used in the passage. The examiner is not really trying to ask for the meaning of words according to the dictionary, no. That's not how it is here. It's not that they want the meaning from the dictionary. They want the meaning of these words as they have been used in the passage. So you have to scan the paragraph where that word is for you to know the meaning. So shortage of something, the answer is scarcity. Then remain undamaged or unaffected, the answer is withstand. Withstand. Then when you go to the passage, it is saying the only plants found there are those which can store water and withstand the extreme of heat and cold, meaning the only plants which can remain undamaged or unaffected by heat and cold. This is the meaning. So when you look at what is coming before and after a word, it is very easy to find the meaning. So comprehension is very simple, but it is tough at the same time. You have to be very careful as you are answering questions. Always, on each and every question, there is what we call the distractor. An answer to distract you, to deceive you from getting the correct answer. The distractor always looks like the correct answer in the first place. It looks like the correct answer. So for you to get the real answer, the actual correct answer, you have to take time, be patient, and be careful with spelling. Sometimes they may just miss the spelling. They may just miss the spelling of the correct answer. Now, if you are not careful, you rush, you get the wrong answer, thinking it's the correct answer. Meanwhile, it was misspelled. So you have to be very careful when answering comprehension. Otherwise, it's very simple and straightforward. I want you to answer any comprehension question from any past paper that you can access. It has been your perfect 2 times tech CJ. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.